Mhm. If we say time had a beginning and an end,
And if time itself had a beginning and has an end,
right. Then what is between those 2 points, and the rest of it is the great big unknown, and
Yeah.
it's stupid to even ask questions about.
yeah. Would you agree, however, if we look at this, right, say, the past, what do we want to say? Do we want to say it is or is not?
Is.
The past is, it continues to be?
Yeah.
I mean, someplace this pen is still marking on this board?
Yeah. In some place, by place meaning.
In some place, right, would you agree then, there is some place in our theoretical universe where what I have already marked is yet to be, and where I am going in this discussion is already completed.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then you don't have these three divisions. You have a present that includes, a past that includes the present and includes the future, don't you? Well, then you don't have three divisions of time. Because equally well, by the same logic, you'd have to do the same thing right across the board, right?
Yeah, you get to his
Right,
is.
but-
I have no problem with Parmenides and the big is. It was it's when you got to these three sentences and the idea came, nothing can arise. Something cannot arise from nothing.
If there ever were a nothing, a pure nothing, could anything come out of it?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There's nothing logically which
If
says.
something could come out of it, then it wasn't pure nothing.
Well, something that would come out would be nothing.
Well,
nothing
then,
generate nothing,
if nothing, I agree with you entirely. If nothing comes out of nothing, there'll be enough room for it. Here, try another one. Look here. Suppose we were interested in saying the same way we spoke a moment ago, that there's necessary to find some way to verify whatever it is we're talking about. Shall we use that as a hypothesis for a moment? Well, suppose someone came along to us and said, this idea of time you have is very interesting, but I've never met anyone who visited the past and came to tell us. Is it possible to confirm there is a past? Is it possible to confirm that there is a future?
Yeah.
How can you confirm that it's there?
The past.
Yeah.
I'll just take my videotape when I get it and just look at you, on the top.
Would you be looking at the past, or would you be looking at moving images on a screen?
I'll be looking at moving images.
Thank you.
But those are moving images of the past.
It wasn't of the past. What is it?
Images of the past.
It's a
not
present.
It's a picture. Yeah. Look here, is there any way to confirm that there really is a past? Future? Therefore, the whole idea of time is a fiction.
It's an inference, isn't it?
Not only that, we can even go further and say, strictly speaking, all you have is the instant. All right? Because what is must be that which is not capable of being separated in terms of past and future. Right? Like if you were to say, oh no, the present is 1 second in duration. You can say, excuse me, if you don't mind, 1/2 of it is yet to come and 1/2 of it has, right? Therefore, how much is there just for the now? You would say 1/10 of a second, 1/12 of a second. Someone would come along and say, excuse me, is it not measurable that you can say 1/24 is on either side of it? So how much time is there in the instant of the present? It can't be measurable. It can't be measured by time. Therefore, the present is not in time if it can't be measured by time. And so such paradoxes emerge when we treat it with the kind of rigor that we...
So it might be time at that thought in the present.
Pardon me?
If I can time something, then I've fallen out of the present. Is that right?
You fall out of the present?
I'm out of the present, I'm not in the present.
If you fall out of the present, would you let me know where you fall? I'll watch. No. What do you mean? You want to try it?
I don't know, I'm trying to get the word like that.
Yeah, oh, it's not easy. Oh, no, it's very difficult.
So if you were present, there wouldn't be any time? Is that what the conclusion is?
Well, you can't measure it,
You can't
because if you could measure it, it would be divisible. And if it's divisible, it wouldn't be the instant. Now, strictly speaking, this is the most beautiful of all Plato's hypotheses. This is called the third hypothesis in the Parmenides.
In Zen and things like that, we use the word being present.
Yeah.
And the point is that subjectively, when you are present, time appears to march along much, much slower, whereas where you're watching it, time whizzes by. So there is something about if when you are in the present, like time ceases.
Yeah. Watch. Would you not agree that anything you experience, whatever it is, right, takes a measurable time to gain an impression of it? As the light waves strike the retina, etc. Right? That means, does it not, that there is always a difference between the moment of the experience and when you record it and experience it within yourself. Therefore, all experience is of the past, and no one has ever experienced the present, and they don't know what the present is. Because there's always a time lapse, mustn't there? Like, for you to understand what I just said, when you understand it, it's already time removed from the time when I uttered it. So if you're following me, right, you're grabbing things that I've said and putting them together in a nice package, but where is it? Right? But the important thing, though, isn't it, if we stay strictly with this, that no one has ever experienced the present as the present so long as this is true. Therefore, from sense experience, there is no way to confirm there is a present. Right? By definition, if it takes some time to, right? So everybody is talking about get into the moment, and you say, well, I'll see if there's enough time for you to get in there, but you know, you're... Right?
Yes.
After you.
Another model on time is past, present, and future. You shift gears and say time is change. You observe something changing, so time equals change. And if you carry that into the field of hypnosis, what some therapists do is they bring people in to a state where they create a lot of change and a lot of history in a very short period of time. Speaking relatively, the person comes out and it's as though they have lived these changes and so forth, and therefore have kind of an inbred history because they've given them so much experience. It's at a short period of clock time. It's time is change. And that's another example of just switching models again. If we forgot about the past, present, and future, and just looked at time as change, and then picked another model about time and another model about time, in the long run, I think what we pick up is a kind of wisdom because we can start comparing these models.
Yes. What do you think would happen if we could get a description of what Parmenides calls is everything that we said about it,